Church hurts. Protect your healing without losing your faith. There's something we don't talk about enough, and that is church hurt. And I'm not talking about disagreement. I'm not talking about someone not liking your outfit. I'm talking about that subtle feeling when you walk into a place that's supposed to feel safe and instead you feel small. You feel watched, you feel tolerated, but not welcomed. That kind of hurt is confusing. Expect better. You expect warmth, you expect Christ like behavior, and when you don't receive it, it shakes you. Let me explain something. When you when you've already survived trauma, your body is very sensitive to exclusion, to tone, to energy, to being treated differently. It doesn't take it doesn't take shouting. It doesn't take open insult. Sometimes it's the quiet separation, the subtle message, the shift in atmosphere, and your body feels it immediately. And you leave asking yourself, was that just me? Am I overreacting? Am I too sensitive? The answer is no. You are perceptive. There is a difference. Here's what makes church hurt so painful. It's not just the action, it's the expectation. You expect safety, you expect unity, you expect grace. So when you're handled differently, when you feel set apart in a negative way, when kindness feels conditional, it lands deeper. Mhm. Especially when you know the heart you've carried. You've showed up consistently and still you feel like an outsider. That hurts. And it's okay to admit that it hurts. Now, let me say something important. Church hurt does not mean God hurts you. I need you to understand this. People can misrepresent Him, people can act out of bias, people can operate in control, and they can move in pride. But that is not the character of God. And if you're not careful, you will associate Him with their behavior. Don't do that. Separate the two. Now, what do you do when church hurts? First, you stop gaslighting yourself. If something felt wrong, pause and examine it. Not emotionally, but calmly. Is this a pattern? Is this repeated behavior? Is this environment feeding your healing or is it draining it? And secondly, you protect your peace. Boundaries are not rebellion, they are wisdom. You can love God and still keep back from environments that repeatedly destabilize you. That is not weakness, that is maturity. And thirdly, you remember who you are. What happened in that building does not define your worth. What someone projected on you does not become your identity. You are not less because someone treated you as less. You are not unclean. You are not inferior. You are not inconvenient. You are not too much. And you are definitely not crazy for feeling hurt. Let me say this gently. Not every church is unhealthy, but not every church is healthy for every season of your life. Healing requires safety. And if you are in a season of rebuilding, be honest about what your nervous system can handle. That's not a lack of faith, that's self awareness. If you've experienced church hurt, you need to hear this. God sees you. Even if people didn't, God honors you, even if others overlook you. And your healing matters more than staying somewhere out of obligation. Protect your peace. Stay rooted in Christ. And don't let human behavior push you away from divine truth. You're not alone in this, and you're not wrong for feeling what you felt. Let me say this clearly. You do not have to stay in environments that repeatedly wound you just to prove you're faithful. God does not require you to endure emotional harm to demonstrate loyalty. If a place consistently makes you feel small, excluded, or spiritually unsafe, you are allowed to reassess. You are allowed to choose peace. And choosing peace does not mean you are walking away from God. It means you are refusing to let people distort Him. Do not confuse tolerance with holiness. Do not confuse silence with strength. And do not let your fear keep you in a place that slows down your healing. Protect your spirit, guard your peace, stay rooted in Christ, and move forward with wisdom. This is Pearl's journey. I thank you so much for being here with me today.